Hey, beautiful people. Um, Welcome to the second episode of Dream Diaries. From what better place than my bed? Because I just woke up, in case you couldn't tell by my face area. Um, I didn't want to wait until later, not only because I'm not gonna have time because I have work today, but sorry, because I don't know, there are gonna be a bunch of people around and stuff, and I figured I would just make it while everybody's still sleeping. And I literally feel my hair everywhere. Whatever. Um so the first thing I remember, um I don't know if you guys like waste your life on watching YouTube like I do, because I do. But there's this YouTube guy, pretty famous YouTube guy, uh Matthew Santoro. I think that's his name. He does like the 50 amazing facts and the those top 10 videos and stuff. And I'm so sorry I keep yawning. Like I said, I just woke up. But yeah, he was there. And we were in an apartment because apparently my brain wants me to dream about apartments lately. But yeah, we were like sitting in an apartment, and we were talking, and apparently we were together or something, which is like really really weird. But he was out of nowhere just like, oh, by the way, we're getting evicted in 4 days. Which is, it's kind of funny in real life, but in the dream it was like, holy shit. But he said that, and I was like, it's okay, I live with my dad. Like, I don't, it made sense to me in the dream that I lived with my dad, but I was also getting evicted from the apartment. But in real life, I guess it doesn't make too much sense. But yeah, that was that with him in that dream. He just kind of, that, yeah, that was the only part. But oh no, it wasn't. After he said that, we were still in the apartment, and I was sitting there watching TV, and there was a neighbor like banging on the door, freaking out and yelling and screaming and swearing, and he was just standing there like literally staring at the door, not even answering it, just like letting the neighbor stand there and scream, like not even like answering the door. And it was really funny in my dream. So, but after that it completely skipped out of him. He's not in the rest of the dream, and all of a sudden I am in some random ass house. Um definitely a house I've never seen before. And it's me, my friend Jason, and I think it was Cameron. Might have been my friend Cameron, I'm not sure. All I really remember is the hair. But yeah. So it was me, them two, and we were all upstairs in the house. Well, in the dream there was only really like a first floor and a basement. Um so we were all on the first floor, which is what I mean by upstairs in the house. Oh my god. I'm sorry. And we were all playing video games, but like different video games. We were all playing like Game Boys or DSs and what have you. But yeah. And then this like I don't really know. Well, I don't really remember how exactly it went down. It was kind of like one of those scene skippy things. But out of nowhere, we were sitting in the basement with this like old lady. But it wasn't like a normal old lady. Like she was this like salesperson old lady. And apparently we were with her to taste candy, but it was candy spray. Like spray candy, like you know the candy you like spray in your mouth. It was to taste that. And I just this is the part of dream the part of dream. The part of the dream where I just like really just got lost. Cause I don't even eat candy. But yeah, so that was happening, and it was like it turned into like some kind of contest game thing. I don't know, we were all sitting around the table, and this lady that apparently worked for like the spray candy company, it was a board game. I don't remember what board game it was. It was some random board game, and like every time we landed on like a certain space or something, we had to eat the candy, and it was all really weird. But after the game ended, there was no real winner. It was kind of just like, yeah, we're done with this. But after that, all of them went upstairs, including the old lady, and I was in the basement alone. And all of a sudden, I look over to my right, and there's like this big table set up with like a bunch of different spray candy flavors for like no reason. I mean, like big like tubs of it with like those little spout thingies like on like lemonade things. Do you know what I'm talking about? Probably not. But yeah, it was like that. It was kind of like drink machines at like fast food restaurants, but full of spray candy. So I was oh, I forgot to say that when we were done, all the little tubes we were eating the spray candy out of, because mind you, when we were playing the game, we weren't spraying it like it's meant to be sprayed. We were literally just like drinking it out of these little like vial tubes. They look like test tubes, which is actually kind of creepy now that I think about it. But so I look over and this table's there, and there's like empty bottles and covers and stuff. So I walk over to it and I start like filling a couple bottles with the stuff and putting the covers on it and sticking them in my bag. And the whole time that I'm doing this, I, for some strange reason, have this like immense guilt just like engulfing me. And like it feels like I'm doing something wrong, but I know I'm doing something wrong and I'm doing it anyways. Like I'm breaking some kind of rule or something, which doesn't make too much sense to me now in the awake world, because the table like wasn't even there, and then in 1 second it was there, and then yeah. But so after I do that, I shove a couple in my bag. I take my bag and I throw it under the table, and there's a table up against the wall. So it like hits the wall, and then I hear the old lady upstairs at the top of the stairs, and she's just she was like, Jaylene, did you ask your friends if they want to play again? Or something like that, or blah blah blah. So I'm walking up the stairs, and she's halfway down the stairs, and I'm not gonna ask them if they want to play again, because I'm done playing, and all I want to do is sit there and eat my candy that I, for some reason, do not want anyone else to know that I have. So I'm halfway up the stairs and she starts coming down the stairs. So automatically my response to someone coming down the stairs is, don't finish going upstairs like you were doing. Turn back around and go back down the stairs. So apparently that's what Jaylene decided to do. So I went down the stairs and she got down there. It was like really, really sickly. Like, she looked like 100 years older than she did before, and she looked really, really sickly. Like, she looked like death, and it was really, really scary. And she was like, where's everybody's tubes? Where's everybody's tubes so we can play again? Blah blah blah. They want their tubes, this and that. And I was like, they're in my bag, I'll get them. So I go and I sit down in a chair, and she literally sits down in the chair, like, I shit you not even a foot in front of my face. And like I said, she was like really, really scary. So in my dream I'm like freaking out, like, what is this creepy old lady doing? So I'm reaching in my bag to get out the little baggie that I told you about that everyone's tubes got put in. Tubes, vials, whatever you want to call them. So all of a sudden she's like, can I look in your bag? Can I look in your bag? Like, really creepy about it though. Like, I can't do that, like, creepy old question, like that creepy old person kind of thing, like a mix between like fucking Freddy Krueger and like Herbert from Family Guy, or Hebert, or whatever that like old dude pedophile guy's name is. But it like that slow, scary, kind of threatening for no reason tone, like, you know what I mean? And I was just like, no, are you kidding me? Like, I started freaking out. So, I get up and I like go to the stairs, and all of a sudden I turn around, to see if the old lady is still there, because I literally like grabbed my bag and I ran for the stairs, and I turn around, and this old lady has now turned into my mother, and I say it with quotation marks and stuff, because I don't so much consider my mother my mother. I actually haven't even spoken to her in a few years because of just the type of person she is and such. And that's not a story for this video, but so she turned into her, and like she was like drunk, and in my dream I was like really, really scared because she was drunk, and I thought she was gonna kill me or something. So I start trying to run up the stairs, and she's like screaming at me, and I don't even remember what she's saying. She's just screaming at me. So I'm trying to run up the stairs. It's not working. I'm going as slow as I am walking up the goddamn stairs. So I make it up the stairs as fast as I can, and she makes it halfway up the stairs behind me, and I slam the door, which is barely a door. It's literally, it was like a piece of like really really thin wood that was just there, and there was still like a giant crack in the door where it closed. So I slam that shut, and I see her halfway up the stairs, and mind you, like, there's no lock on it. It's literally just a piece of wood on some hinges. Like, there's no knob or anything. And I'm like freaking out. I'm petrified. Like, I distinctly remember screaming for my friends to help me. Like, I was petrified. And all of a sudden, she's halfway up the stairs, and she's like staring at me through the crack, and she's like, just lock the door, whatever, just fucking lock it, blah blah blah. Like, just on some dumb shit. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's like this really intricate like hook lock. It's like one of those ones that just like hook, except it was like really weird, and there were like 7 different loopy things, etc., etc. And last thing, very very last thing I remember from like 10 minutes ago, right before I woke up, after I lock the door, I turn around, and both of my friends that were there are they're playing their video games, but they're frozen. Like, they both had it like their little handheld video games of choice, like in their hands, like just staring at the screen, like frozen. Like everything in the house was frozen, including them. It was just like everything was still, and it was like really really freaky. So I walk up to Jason, and I'm just like hello, like what are you doing? Well, in the dream it was more like I tried to shake his shoulder. No one's paying attention. I look over at Cameron or whoever the other person was, and it's just like, not paying attention, and because they're like frozen, and like I woke up amidst trying to get them to unfreeze. Like the last thing I literally remember doing is like poking Jason on the shoulder. But yeah, that kind of concludes this episode. It was really weird. There are probably bits and pieces that I missed because I'm pretty sure it's impossible, even if you're lucid dreaming, to remember every single second of every single dream. But I did the best I could with that, and it was like actually like a really horrible dream for me. So I will see you guys in next episode of Dream Diaries. I'm probably gonna go back to sleep now because it is only like 5 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully I don't have another shitty dream like that. Bye, beautiful people.